Because I have 3 teenage and college age drivers, I have a small fleet of cars. One of which used to be a 2015 Chevy Suburban. Its paint went to crap because I never washed it. I took good care of the mechanicals, but I just never washed it or waxed it. And so I figure I need to do a better job of that. I have this old, relatively old Ryobi electric pressure washer. Such a pain in the butt though to pull out. The hose is short, 25 feet. You know, you kind of constantly move the thing. It's electric, got hoses everywhere. I've seen some videos on garage setups, and you know, they cost like $1,500, $3,000 or something. I'm not interested in that. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I've done. And this is just it's not a step-by-step, it's a overview. First, here's what I bought. This is all from Amazon. I went to Home Depot and I got the DeWalt pressure hose for, you know, $100 for 50 feet, blah, blah, blah. The connectors all were like 10, 15 bucks each. That was way too much money. So I took all those back and ordered from Amazon, because Amazon sells practically only cheap Chinese stuff anymore. But anyway, I got these quick connectors. Came with like, I don't know, 6 or 8 pieces or something by Yamatic. Okay. I got this, who is it? Tool Daily pressure washer hose, reel, the reel. And it says it holds 100 feet of line. I also got this, I don't know what it is. This is some other brand of pressure washer hose reel. I opened it, but I didn't end up using it because this one seemed fine. I also got these tips. I'm probably going to return them because I've ordered a different pressure washer gun, like a short gun. It comes with tips, so I'm going to send these back. Anyway, I ended up using this Tool Daily, this guy, or these, I don't know why it comes in such a big box, but these adapters. And then I also got this green flexible pressure washer hose. I forget what the brand is. It's not Uberflex, but it's another one that comes up if you do a search. And this seems to have been pretty highly recommended by the guys who spent more money on their garage setups, pressure washer setups. So anyway, that's the money I spent. Here's the pressure washer unit itself that used to be on this cart. You can see that was a Ryobi 2300 1.2 premium electric, whatever that means. I never use the hose, the soap thing, because I have the foam cannon and stuff like that for washing the car. This old hose, which you can see I've cut, it had burst in certain places, and so it's pretty much trash. But this part's good, and so I needed about 25 feet, so I just cut that. I'm going to mend this end. I thought I had mending parts around the garage, but I don't, so I got to get one of those. But other than that, so I bought a few things, those things from Amazon. I had the old pressure washer. Try to not show you much of my garage because it's disgusting. And then just, you know, other stuff I had from just around the house, nuts and bolts and screws, washers, etc. And I made it all work. The only other thing I had to buy from Home Depot will be that mending piece, and I had to buy a piece of lumber because I didn't have quite the right thing to make that work. So here's the Tool Daily reel. And it does not come assembled, so you have to assemble it. Pretty easy to do. One thing I don't understand is what this piece is for. I don't understand what that's supposed to tighten down. It's got this little collar lock here that you tighten down with a Allen key. One of the nice things about this is if you don't have your own tools or you don't have the right tools, it comes with the wrenches. Most of the wrenches, I think, Allen keys, etc., that you need to to hold this tight and to hold this while I tightened it, I needed a larger adjustable wrench. This is a 19. I think this is a 19 maybe, or no, this is larger than 19. That's where I needed to use my adjustable. And this is, but you hold that with a 19 millimeter wrench. But anyway, came with most of what you need. Came with this hardware, some of which I used. I didn't use these bolts and stuff because those are designed for, to put the, I guess if you want to put the reel on the top of your hose cart, you can do that. I wasn't interested in that. I just like this setup here. So anyway, my tip would be, one tip would be the reel and this, it's pretty heavy. And so when you mount this to the wall, you definitely need to mount it to a stud, which I thought this was going to be a stud here based on measurements. It's actually not. And so I put this piece of wood, I cut it, put it there into the studs, and then screwed into this. And anyway, you know, with some rando washers and stuff that I had. So that allowed me to mount it. My suggestion is pull the barrel off, just mount the plate and the arm, right? And that's going to save you a lot of weight. Also, do not, this whip is pretty heavy duty and it's heavy. So don't attach this before you mount the plate, which maybe sounds like I was stupid, but anyway, I just got started. I put that together and then I mounted it. It was all too heavy. So take the barrel off, just mount the plate and the tube. And then when you get that where you need it, then you can slide the barrel on, put this little, I think they call it a washer, but it's not a washer, but anyway, this holding collar. This, you know, that connection comes, so this all went pretty easily. And then that, if you don't have the, you know, if you have this type of connection, then you need to put this adapter on. All right, so that's mounting the hose reel, and so far I do like this hose. You know, it's very flexible, but not doesn't seem like it easily kinks. Didn't, you know, it came wrapped up, but it loosened up right away. So it didn't, you know, unlike this kind of thing, you know, that really is stiff and tends to be difficult to work with. This seems very flexible and easy, so I'm happy with it so far. And when I tested it, everything went fine. Here's the unit. So it just unbolted from the cart pretty easily, although it's much heavier than to lift than I thought. It's probably 30 or 40 pounds, and so not, you know, heavier than I thought. So anyway, I built this shelf. I had these brackets laying around. I had a random piece of plywood from a who knows what project. So I cut it to size. I did put some spray lacquer on it because I figure it's going to get some water on it, and so try to avoid it soaking up a whole bunch of water. So I did that. Anyway, built the shelf. It's pretty solid, obviously, in the studs, and I screwed this down a little bit just using some old wood screws I had. I don't think this is really going to go anywhere. I'm not worried about it walking around too much. So we'll just have it secured like that. I've got the cord going over to a plug, and you know, I just routed everything so it is close enough. But with this handle, you know, I can spin that around, not banging my hand up against anything, including that. Just keep that out of the way. It's got this locking mechanism over here that allows it to spin freely or to pop in, and so that's the deal. So out here on the other side of the garage door is my hose bib. I'm going to put a dual or triple, you know, Y splitter on there, and I'm going to run behind the trash cans into the garage. So anyway, I'm going to snake this old hose from the spigot around the trash cans, down the floor. You know, it's going to go right here where the garage door closes. Swing it up here and attach it to the pressure washer. That's the in. Of course, this is the out. This whip hose or connector came with the hose reel. So it goes back around, connects here to the reel, goes through, blah, 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 connects here. I'm gonna kind of rerun this so there's a little bit less extra hanging out. But I've tested everything and tightened everything, and everything works. I'm just kind of letting this hang out and not get kinked until I rearrange it. So anyway, water goes through, in, through the connection to the hose. Here's the outlet with one of those quick connect adapters, right? Because this was a M14 millimeter, 22 thread count connector. And so anyway, I changed it to adapted it to a quick connect. Same thing here for the gun, the old Ryobi gun that came with the set. And so I put this adapter on for quick connect. You can see I put Teflon tape on all the threads where I did all the connections. Everything really connected pretty well. This never leaked. I was surprised. This never leaked. This connection had a small leak once I put everything under pressure. It had a small leak, and so, you know, I just had to tighten it more. And same thing here. This little adapter is needed when you have this type of pressure washer connection. I didn't feel like I needed to do a quick connect here. It's just another connection that can fail and take up more space. And so anyway, I put this small to 22 M22 connector. I put that adapter in. It did leak here, and so I needed to tighten that down pretty significantly. And so when you do that, if you do that while it's on the reel, you just have to be careful, you know, that you don't really like wrench against the connector. You want to hold everything tight. So that's about it. You know, I probably need to make a place to store that gun, maybe like a PVC pipe that is easy to stick in and out. I did go ahead and tighten this down. I did re-reel this, so you know, took about 1 inch out of that and tightened this down. I did cut this anti-kink off because otherwise it comes out here and it just makes the whole thing stick out farther. So I just carefully cut that down since I don't have a whole lot of concern about, I don't have a whole lot of need for that, especially with that little bracket there. So I did cut that down carefully, so it's just hanging out in the middle of the hose there. I could probably cut it off, but anyway. So I think that's all there is to say. This was relatively budget for, you know, compared to what some other people spend. I think this was $90, $95 for the reel. The hose for 75 feet was, I don't remember, 50 bucks, I think. And everything else, the piece of lumber, you know, it's a couple dollars at Home Depot. Everything else I had. And so, you know, at the end of the day, this cost me maybe $150, $175 plus a day of my time. Hope this helps everyone kind of think about how to do this on more of a budget than a lot of the other videos that are out here. Oh, and then one more thing. So behind this wall is the washing machine. So I did think about, you know, some people like hard plumb with PEX, the inlet here. I did think about doing that, but like, why? I don't need to cut in the wall or cut the pipes. It's just creating more potential problems. So, you know, I'm not going to use this in the winter very much. So when that time comes, I'll just unhook everything and leave it. and this is not a hot water unit, so anyway, the garden hose feeding in here, that's going to be fine. Hope this helps y'all, and have a good day.